Convoy. I'm making this video today because since I started YouTube, I don't know, 2.5, 3 years ago, I've kind of got a repetitive email. And every email that I'm talking about here, it's always been somebody asking for advice. A newbie, a rookie truck driver, or potential rookie truck driver talking about wanting to get into CDL school, or someone who just got out of CDL school, or just someone very, very new to the industry, always wanting some advice, some good, solid advice. Congratulations to you, because you're one step further to becoming a great truck driver, because you tuned into this channel. As you all know, I am the most knowledgeable truck driver on YouTube, and that's a fact. We can't lie on YouTube. If we make videos, they fact check us, so you know it's true. On to the advice now. Alright, bonus advice. This isn't number one. I'm going to give you 3 gems of advice here, but this is not one of them. First and foremost, when you get your CDL, or you're thinking about getting your CDL, please call it a CDL. I get a lot of emails that say, I'm going out to get my CDLs. It's not plural. You're not getting more than one license. You're getting one license. It's called a CDL, not CDLs. You're not getting more than one. It's illegal to have more than one CDL even. You're getting a CDL. It's not plural. Stop calling it your CDLs. Alright, now that pet peeve is out of the way, we get on to the real solid advice here. First thing, when you get your CDL, CDL, and you're looking for a company, stay away from any damn company that's going to tell you you're going to put you on the road for a week or 10 days and then you're going to go on your own. That's setting yourself up for failure. That's setting yourself up to end your career prematurely, pretty much before it even fucking starts. A company like that is a scumbag-ass company who probably is going to pay you some slave wage and beat the brakes off you and run you to death. And if something happens, they're going to throw you under the bus saying you were the professional driver, you should have known better. Typically, you see these companies are little itty-bitty tiny shit companies with terrible equipment, but that's besides the point. Advice number 1, stay away from any of those damn companies that want to train you as little as possible and put you out there on the road all by yourself to fail. And I'm about 99.9% sure if you only train for 7 to 10 days outside of CDL school, which, by the way, I was guilty of this, and I'm sure a lot of you out there were and are, when you get your CDL, right out of truck driving school, ain't never pulled a load in your life, you don't know shit. Nothing. I remember driving back from CDL school with my friend, passing every damn truck along the way on the way home. I live in Detroit. We did CDL school in Fort Wayne, Indiana, because we were morons. That's another story. But I remember we'd pass every big rig on the road and say, I could drive that, I could drive that, I could drive that thing. Hell to the fucking no, we could not. We had no idea what the fuck we were talking about. Just because you can barely double clutch and hold the steering wheel going on a road does not mean you can drive a truck. On to number 2. The easiest, most traveled route into the trucking industry is through one of the mega carriers that trains a whole shit ton of people. Swift, Prime, Schneider, JB Hunt. I'm sure I'm missing some of them, but those giant mega fleets. When you get there, you're going to go with a trainer. It gets better. Once you're with a trainer, it gets better, because at first, more than likely, this is what's going to happen. If you go to one of those big-ass companies, like the vast majority of people do when they get in the trucking industry, you're going to meet your trainer, everything's going to be rainbows and fucking sunshine at first, and then somewhere along the way, usually about 2 to 3 weeks into training, there's going to be some conflict. And that's natural, because you as the new person in the industry, the whole livelihood, the whole lifestyle is a complete shock to you. You're trying to adapt to a new way of doing shit that you're not used to. And to him, that's his truck. He's set in his ways. You may not like the way he does shit. There's going to be just some natural clashing going on. Just know it gets better when you get your own truck. For right now, though, or at the time you're in training, you need to know what he knows. Okay? And if you're lucky, you're going to get a trainer that's got maybe 6 months of experience. But more than likely about 2 to 3 months. That's just the way the industry's working right now. I mean, you might get real lucky and have a 1,000,000-mile trucker fucking teach you how to do shit. Probably not. Probably not going to happen. Trainers usually don't have but, I'd say, an average of probably just under a year experience. Which, I mean, I don't think is the worst thing in the world. You hear a lot of the old school truck driver guys say that's why the industry's going to shit. I don't know. I think if you're competent and you have a good head on your shoulders, you can figure out shit for your own. You need to get the basic skills down of driving a truck and learning the company systems and all that stuff. But be patient. It gets better. It gets better. You're not going to make a whole lot of money. It's going to be frustrating. You're going to clash with your trainer. And it's just going to be one big bowl of shit for a while when you're on that trainer's truck. But tough it out. Those big companies, I'm pretty sure the training lasts from anywhere from 4 to 10 weeks. Now you can do that. You can train for that long. You know, hopefully you're not training any less than 4 weeks. I don't think anyone will let you, because 4 weeks, honestly, still not enough either. I think getting closer to 10 weeks is where you want to be to get out on your own truck. I mean, preferably more. You know, I'm not going to be one of those freaking jerk-off old-school truck drivers who's going to say, you need at least 2 years of experience in training, and that's unrealistic. You know, the world's still got to turn. Doesn't matter what you like or whatever. I understand that. However, it gets better, and you'll get through it. Advice number 3. That first year out of training is important to you as a truck driver. Don't chase money that first year. If you chase money, you're going to be terribly disappointed and let down. Put it this way. The money situation, typically your first year, whenever you go into a Walmart, maybe there's going to have some truck parking at some Walmart, you're going to sneak on in there. You're going to go through the doors are going to open for you. You're going to walk in, and you're going to get really fucking excited when you go over to the soup section and you see they got a big-ass sale on some ramen noodles. That's what the first year is pretty much like. If you're lucky, you're going to crack $30,000 a year. Now, I know there's going to be some jerk-off in the comment section who's like, oh, bro, I made $9 billion my first year. He's a fucking liar. Don't listen to him at all. Especially if he's talking some bullshit about he went to Prime or some Swift and made all kinds of money. You know he's a damn liar. That first year, you should be out there just gaining your experience, figuring out what you want to do in the industry and if the industry is for you, and gaining those valuable lessons of the road. And I can't explain them, but experienced drivers know what I'm talking about. That first year is vital. You're going to get a lot of shit out of your system, a lot of the mistakes. Try not to fuck up too bad. Try not to run anything over, run anyone over, damage too much stuff, etc., etc. The basic stuff that you know. That first year of experience, you need to be figuring stuff out for the rest of your career. Don't get too caught up and upset about, you know, your $500 or $600 paycheck, or because the dispatcher gave you a shitty load or something. You know, you probably see, especially with social media, you know, conversations or pictures of Qualcomms or whatever with messages to dispatchers that are really rude from drivers and stuff. Typically, drivers get away with that when they've been at a company for a while, when they have experience. You know, if you got 3 months of experience and you're shitty, you know, especially with one of the mega carriers who's got, you know, a dispatcher who's got 200 or 300 drivers on his board, and you start being shitty to him, he's probably not going to take care of you the way you should be taken care of. You don't want to be too much of a thorn in that guy's side. You want to kind of, well, the best way to put this whole thing, advice number 3, is you got to eat through the layer of shit to get to the cream filling in the trucking industry. That's pretty much the best way I put it. That first year is that layer of shit, and it's a nasty, stinky, crusty, pussy layer of shit at times. Sometimes you won't even notice it. Some days, most days I'll say, it's not that bad. It's actually pretty fun. You're going to experience a lot of stuff your first year that you're going to lose. That whole new feeling of being out there. If you're over the road, that is. of being the new places and different places. I remember my first year, the first time, I'm from Michigan, so I remember the first time going to Texas and California and Arizona and Florida, and all this stuff was cool and exciting. And now it's like, last night, and I don't do OTR now, I'm dedicated, but last time I was OTR, not that long ago, when I heard of you gotta run to Texas, I just get mad. I'm like, I don't want to fucking go to Texas. Fuck Texas. Or California, I was the same way. And there was a lot of areas that I used to enjoy that first year that I no longer enjoy, just because I'd been there and done that a lot. And that special feeling of newness is gone. So try to step back and enjoy your first year, take in all of the lessons it has to offer, and just figure out what the hell you want to do with the rest of your career. And after that first year, you're going to have a good understanding of what the trucking industry is all about, and you're going to be much more informed, obviously, than you are right out of truck driving school. It all takes time. But if you're like most truck drivers out here, just because you have a CDL, you think you fucking know everything there is to know in the whole wide world, and you probably don't turn this video off because you don't know everything already. So, with that being said, congratulations if you made it to the end of this video. And if you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button. It'll let you know every time I make a new video. So, without further ado, y'all, hope you enjoy all of this. And as always, run hard and get paid.